Hey guys, welcome to the stream. Views from the Vault, episode 250 goes right now. Klein, Doug, Leon, Pierre with you guys this evening. Drop a like on the video, even though we are a little bit late. Let us know you're here about in the comments. And enjoy this beat by the BP Mercenaries.
Been a while.
What a fun show we have in store for you guys.
Got some shit to talk about. Get a little controversial from time to time, which is not a problem, right? It's a good thing. I just posted something on the Views from the Vault Instagram. We've pumped out almost 2,000 videos over 5 years. So for those that weren't here early on, there was, well, not early on, I'd say like a year into it, we were probably dropping like 14 videos to 20 videos a week.
Damn.
You'd have stores lining up to have us do previews. It was insane. So I would have to drop one at 12 in the afternoon, one at 5 or 3, and then one at 9. It was like, whew, non-stop. Crazy. Should have a decent show today. We're working on some technical stuff here. I want to get these comments to look a little cleaner on there. And next week, I think, Leon, you'll have that figured out, right?
Mm-hmm. We're doing a test run, so people stay with us and don't be too harsh in the comments. We're trying to make it more visually appealing for y'all.
Not a way to there's no real testing ground for all this stuff. So we're going to talk about Wahoo today. We're going to talk about designers. We're going to talk about design. I was never a $150.
$150.
I never weighed 150. I haven't weighed 150 pounds since I was in high school.
That'd be a sight.
Even when I first started this channel, I was still over 200 pounds. I don't think people realize the size of me until they're near me. I don't think they get it. I think they think I'm like,
we're always sitting down too, right?
Yeah.
You're a lot taller in person.
Well, the motherfucker grew from October to the 2-year event. I know that.
I did put on some extra weight. There's no doubt.
Yeah,
but
dude, you got fucking massive. People pause, whatever people want to say. When I walked up to you at the tier, I was like, holy shit.
People don't realize until they're near me.
You wanted to touch your biceps, Pierre, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. Klein pretty tall too, right? Klein, you pretty tall? You gotta be over
like 5'9", 5'10". Not very tall, but
maybe I'm misremembering.
Taller than Snap. I remember we had that conversation. That was fun.
All right, why don't we hit that countdown?
I got you.
It's the Views from the Vault, live and direct, and it slaps the finest of fitteds, a community built on caps. Sponsored in part by the best in the business. No suggestions of fitteds, the classics and vintage. New era sickness, fire in the mix, it's ridiculous. It ain't no secret to the dopeness. If you not focused, you left hopeless. Speaking of science of drops and what's tops, it's Views from the Vault. For bringing you nothing but hot, best of the best, exclusives and clean vision. It's a distinct mission in the embroidered thread of a system to bring you nothing but the real. Just link and get with it. All keepers, no sleepers, no weepers. You know what it is. BP Mercs work the sequence first, bringing the work with the fits. It's the moment you've been waiting for. It's dubs and somersaults. Welcome to a whole nother level of fitted. It's Views from the Vault.
Hey guys, welcome to the stream, episode 250 of This Week in Caps goes right now. We got Klein, Doug, Leon, and Pierre with you guys this Freaky Friday evening. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Pierre, take it away.
Yeah, it should be a good show. So we're gonna get started here since we took so long to kind of get ourselves going here. Leon, just a little bit of feedback on the comments. I think we'll wait until we get into the slides to actually post them up there each week. So as soon as we get into the slides, we'll post them there just to keep it a little cleaner here. We don't want Doug's face being
still working on it. Yeah.
Distorted by the comments. So
good call.
All right. You ready to move on?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do it. Let's get started here, guys. All right, so we'll start with Crownminded. So Crownminded has some I guess a unique selection of caps dropping here, some LMBs, right? And we've got that LA Kings. That's kind of an era mix. You've got that Star Spangled Banner New York Yankees, and then I don't know, some circle of boring stuff. But anything stand out to you here, Leon?
If I want to pick some, I don't mind like that kind of navy, white, and gold kind of collection. Kind of feels 4th of July-ish without having to be 4th of July.
Yeah. How about you, Doug? Anything stand out to you here?
I like that Yankees. Super 4th of July.
Yeah, it's really interesting. You guys hear Rebecca Lobo apologize for saying that's what makes America great?
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, what kind of world we living in?
Hmm.
All right, well, anywho, anything you like here, Klein?
The Kings is all right. Their mix is pretty good. But I mean, we've seen it, so nothing standing out to me today on this slide.
I kind of like that Angels hat all the way on the right. It's got like the
City Connect one.
City Connect. I like that City Connect Angels logo. Can you guys tell me in the comments? Can you see that top comment above the black box? If you guys could tell me, just to help me with some formatting here. Do you guys see that?
I can. I'm on. I'm watching the stream from my end.
You can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll fix that for next week. So if we go all the way up there, Leon, it'll be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I would do, Leon? I would put that all the way to the top, and then put the logo of the store at the very top, centered in that box.
Okay.
I think that'll clean it up. It'll give you more room to put hats and stuff, you know?
Okay.
Sound good?
Can do that.
All right, cool. All right, let's move on to the next vendor. Sorry about that, everybody, as we kind of troubleshoot at the same time here. All right, we got Pro Image Colorado here. Leon, you want to take us through this?
Yeah, Monday we had a double Yankee drop, 14-time All-Star Derek Jeter, 1949, no baddie back, Yankees. Then we did a collaboration with Bronco, the kind of hype music rapper, the Mad Fanatic. So that's the Birmingham Barons. We did it in Bronco colors. And then the hockey draft is actually tonight. So that one celebrates Nathan McKinnon with a 2013 draft side hit. And then today we did the Ichiro with his induction coming up in August to Cooperstown. And then a second version of like this Travis Scott looking hat. So black grander with the 1986 Astros stadium patch on the side.
Limited detail. Thanks for sharing the 16 months.
Wow.
As a member, thank you so much. We appreciate that. Guys, what are you thinking here? Doug, you liking anything here?
Yeah, I like the last two on there, the Ichiro and the that Travis Scott Houston. Those are my two favorite on here.
How about you, Klein?
Yeah, I like both of those as well, but you know, Mets colors. He said Broncos, but it's Mets.
So we're going Birmingham Barons, the Birmingham Barons Mets.
Yeah, and doesn't need a side patch either. That's clean, just a regular front logo. So
it's one of the best logos in minor league baseball, honestly. It really is. All right, cool. Nice drops from you, Leon. Let's move along here, everybody.
All right. So
I can't take it. Shut the comments off. I can't fucking take it.
All right.
It's driving me fucking nuts.
We got the Clink Room. So they're 6 hats. They're up for pre-order until July 27. Estimated delivery, we're looking at December. So we have the first one by Milos. He's got Earn the Crown. He's out of Belgrade, Serbia, with that knight hovering over the crown there on kind of Indiana Jones style. Then we got Thunderborn by Wind Studio. He's got like a Zeus character. Then we got Fly High by Levi and Weston Junker. Chad, CBS Inc. brings us Grizzlied. Painted Crane by Kevin. And then Guerrilla Radio by Sierra and Seamus.
Just one quick correction. That's Grizzled, right? By CBS Inc.
Grizzled, yeah.
Grizzled. That one's probably my favorite there, though.
yeah, that one's sick.
Yeah, that's the best one.
That is really good. Hey, listen, these aren't too. I mean, there's no way I'm buying Fly High. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want a house fly. Who? I'm not walking out with a flat house fly on my hat. But, gosh, these are pretty good. All right, so why don't you rank these 6 to 1, Klein?
6. I'm definitely gonna go with the fly. 5. I'm going with the regular Gorilla Radio with the Clink hat on. 4. I am gonna go with the Painted Crane. 3. Thunderborn. 2. Earn the Crown, and then Grizzled.
All right, Leon, drop 2.
I'm dropping Fly High and Thunderborn.
Okay, keep 2. Doug.
That's easy. Earn the Crown and Grizzled.
Nice. Not a bad week from these guys, though. I think Grizzled is one of my favorites in a long time.
Yeah, you love bear stuff.
Yeah, well, come on, that thing's fucking great.
Yeah,
Right? Bear or not. I mean,
Chad's a great artist, man.
Yeah, that was dope. It's got a little black eye. And
yeah, it's good, man.
That's
I like it. I wouldn't want to meet the guy that gave that guy a black eye, though. Beast. All right, let's move on here, fellas. Nice job over at the Clink Room.
And then they had a small dead stock drop, so about 8 hats that are ready to ship now. So for people who don't like pre-orders, you can get these right now.
Anything you like in here, Leon? Or you recommending?
I picked up Zombie Kong. That embroidery is crazy. And then Exhumed King. That's another really good embroidery piece. Thought they're handy, but they're not. But
I'll tell you, Ghost Hunter's pretty cool too, though.
yeah, that's
that was
their
sweet.
second under Real Tree, second ever. Oh, they're right here.
Isn't that the young lady that doesn't like you?
No, she doesn't not like me.
Oh,
Heather's cool. Heather's cool. So, like the embroidery on this one's pretty
That was
crazy.
sick.
Like if people like Halloween zombie stuff, and then me in my other lifetime, I have a specialist in anthropology. I did take a couple archaeology classes, so you know.
that reminds me. There was that reminds me of an Ebbets Field Flannels collaboration with who the hell was it, man? God, who it was? Jeez. But either way, I you know that it's not like that's that unique, but it's still a good execution there. All right, cool. Thank you, Leon, for taking us through the Clink Room. What's next?
Topperzstore USA.
All right, so Topperzstore USA had these hats drop. I'll do a little keep 2, drop 2. So why don't we start with you, Doug?
I'm gonna keep the Panthers and Dodgers with the Otani patch, and I'm gonna drop both of those upside down logos. The
Really?
Boston Mets. Yeah.
The upside down stuff is like a big thing right now.
I do not like that. I don't like those. I like some of the upside down stuff, like the Diamondbacks and stuff, but I don't like those scripts
Split
being
ones?
upside down.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Klein? Keep 2, drop 2.
I'm keeping, you know me, the Mets, and then I think that Clearwater Phillies is really good, so I'll keep that one. Dropping the, I'm gonna probably piss a few people off in here, but I'm dropping the NOLA, and I'm dropping the Ducks because I'm sick of seeing them.
There's no NOLA there.
What's the NOLA?
Are you talking about the Quebec
Fleur-de-Lis, I mean Fleur-de-Lis.
Okay, the Nordiques. Okay,
Yeah, Nordiques.
got it.
Oh, it's nice.
It just doesn't do anything for me. It's too French.
Yeah, that Clearwater is one that I made before I left. I think that's all on this slide that I made. I think the rest of it was after I left. So,
Yeah, I like the
All right.
Clearwater. Clean.
what are 2 you drop, Leon?
I'm dropping the Kings and the Penguins. Yeah.
The Kings and the Penguins, huh?
Mm-hmm.
My least favorite is the LA by a mile.
The Dodgers or the Kings?
The Dodgers, I don't like it at all.
It's kind of being hidden under that hat.
But it's being hidden for a reason. I don't like the colorway at all.
Is
And
it
I'm not a huge fan. I'm so ducked out at this fucking point, man. I mean, I can't even look. It's like it's nauseating at this point. I'm done. You know. I do like the Panthers in Chrome.
Yeah, that's clean.
Yeah. All right, let's move along, fellas. You can put the comments back when the black box is there, I guess.
Gotcha.
All right, Topperzstore. I guess he drops more on Topperzstore than he does Topperzstore USA. I guess. I guess that's what he's doing. Anything standing out to you guys here?
A lot of
sold my. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Leon.
No, I was saying there's a lot of A-frames. Dude, pushing through a lot of A-frames.
Mm-hmm.
I actually just sold my Terminators 1, 2, and 3 last week, or like within the last 2 weeks to one guy. So
Wow.
I'm not getting the fourth one.
Why? Why'd you sell them?
I mean, serves its purpose better for somebody else. I don't wear them, so
Yeah. Those 3 Mexicos I did over there I did for Topperzstore USA a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Yankees? Didn't y'all do something like that already, Pierre? Like a long time ago, the bottom left.
it's very
Yeah,
similar
that's the
to
one.
the.
Isn't that the one I did for the store opening?
That's why I was wondering. I
I
don't have
think
it, but I've
so.
seen it.
I don't think it's the same one. Let me look.
Looks pretty darn close. Is there an outline on the NY on that one?
It doesn't look like it.
Mm-mm.
That may be the only difference, guys. It may just not have the outline on it.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah. Oh, mine was. Yeah, that's right. It was black with a yellow
Oh,
outline.
the reverse. Yeah.
Yeah. Still a good looking hat. Both are good looking.
Yeah.
I don't know. The LA Bleeds Blue A-frame. I'm not sure I like the blue on blue bleeds blue. That looks a little weird, but he's got some solid stuff here as usual. So nice job to Pat over at Topperzstore. All right, fellas, you ready to move along?
Yep.
Okay. Leon, let's take the comments down here.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Justin is no longer at Hat Club. Interesting news. I mean, that's it for the, I know like for you, Klein, and for Doug, you guys weren't really around in the prime time when this stuff got started. He's not leaving. He's gone. So when I said that Justin leaving Hat Club, I didn't mean like he was leaving. I mean like the subject of him leaving Hat Club. So he left Hat Club, was there for 13 years. He was a store manager over at NoHo for a while, and then spent the last 6 years designing. So that's pretty big news. I mean, this is something crazy if you think about it. This is the pink bottom that Frosty Preem brought to him, and then he brought to the forefront through Hat Club, is really what's probably most responsible for the hype that we experienced for so many years. He's gone, but it kind of led me to wonder, like, is Hat Club on a decline? Because I mean, aside from him, like, I don't know, man, does it even feel like it's still like, I've seen so many plain Janes. What are you guys thinking? Do you feel like Hat Club's on a decline? You feel like it's staying the same? You feel like it's getting better? Like, what do you think? I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments too. What do you feel about Hat Club? Do you feel like they're dropping great stuff anymore? What do you feel? I'll start with you, Klein. What are you feeling?
I feel like they still have some pretty decent drops, but I mean, we see NoHo every week, and their fucking drops are ass every single week. They are so bad. Their in-store shit is awful. Their online stuff, I mean, I don't really buy a whole lot of stuff anymore, but they do have some decent stuff online. But their in-store shit is awful. I don't know who's designing for those, but.
How about you, Doug? What are you thinking?
I'm kind of the same boat. I know, like, when I first got into hats, it seemed like it was harder to touch a Hat Club hat than it is nowadays. Like, even the Ronnie hats yesterday, they weren't. I mean, I got the Detroit with no problem.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you guys. I don't want to go off on a tangent. Those hats were terrible. As much as I like Ronnie, those hats were bad.
There were like the Wichita Wind Surge I really liked, and that's the one I picked up. And I thought the Detroit was pretty good as well.
I like both of those. That's it, though.
It did weird me out, the like teal eyelets on that one. I didn't realize they were teal eyelets, so that one kind of felt weird. But other than that, I wasn't really a big fan of most of the drop.
Dude, I gotta be honest with you. I thought it was. I just don't understand what was so exciting about that. I have no idea. I have no idea. Leon, what are your thoughts about Hack Club? We'll get into this. Probably fits more in the designer conversation later, so we'll get to that later. But what do you think about Hack Club? You feel like they're on the rise, decline? What do you think? What are you thinking?
I mean, them letting him go is to me, yeah, like you said, signaling that they got to be on the decline. Design wise, I think their CTO product is pretty different and innovative, and sometimes that would hit a lot more. In terms of like GCP, I don't think that like regular. Okay, so sorry, regular hats. In terms of like regular hats drops and stuff like that, it's not been a big focus for them. I feel like they'll just drop 50, 60 hats a week and not tell anyone. It's like it's all disjointed. But when they do focus and they do market, it looks nice. It makes the product look nice. In terms of collaborations, like they've done some cool collaborations, but you know, it's been kind of downhill for a long time now. So
John asked a question, and I thought it was relevant, kind of.
Well,
I don't know. I thought you guys.
If they're declining, isn't he partly to blame? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what he's making, what he's not making.
Yeah, he's not the only one making hats there.
Yeah, so I mean, like, all I can tell you is what I see, and I don't know what they're thinking. And John, you're gonna hate that I'm saying this out loud, but they're pumping out so many plain Janes that just aren't moving. And you know what? I have proof that they're not moving because you just go look at the website. I don't know what they're doing right now. It's very odd behavior. Like it's just shoving shit down people's throats. And some it's not even creative, dude. Like I saw Daytona Tortugas with a new logo. It's just green. Like it was no effort put in. It's just like green. Pop the logo on there. Let's hope for it feels like it's just trying to fill the site with whatever the hell they get. I don't know, man. It feels soulless to me to some degree. You know? And that's just how I feel. I feel like it's soulless. It's just pumping stuff out as fast as they can.
Do you think because they were bigger, they had to shy away from a lot of like the hook stuff? Because some of it was like sanctioned hooks we've seen.
Well, so making a colorway is not a hook. So
no, but I'm saying like part of what made them popular was the hooks.
95% of what I did at Toppers was never a hook.
Okay.
So I'm trying to understand what you mean.
I'm saying, like, do you think them being such a big company with so many eyes on them, it made it harder for them to do like hooks?
They just did an Arizona Iced Tea one. I don't. No, I don't.
Okay.
I think they were constantly putting out hooks. It was over and over again, and they continue to. So, no, I don't. Do you have proof otherwise?
No, I mean, I don't work for them or anything. I don't know. I'm just.
Or do you have anything that would suggest that? I'm asking not to give you a hard time. I'm asking, do you have anything that would suggest that?
Well, there were times where I've been told that from people who work there, that they're more strict on them because they're a bigger company and more people complain about them or whatever. Whether or not that's true, I don't know.
Well, I just looked at something a while back and I was actually shocked that they were so brazen to show this stuff. I believe it was two people that work for them that are in their marketing team that use their personal IGs to like show off something and talk pretty blatantly about the hook. So no, I don't think so. I don't. I just think it's gotten really boring and like mundane and just trying to, I don't know, like I said, soulless, just trying to fill the site with stuff. It doesn't look like it. It doesn't look like anything's that cool anymore, like it used to.
Mm. Do you think that has to do with oversaturation or other people doing hats in their style?
You mean like when they pump out a bunch of plain Jane NHL in team colors? No, I don't. I think they're just trying to fill a bunch of stuff on there. And I don't think they know where they're going. That's just my idea. I mean, that's just my thought, my impression.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and I remember when they were trying colorways and stuff like that. But your point around like the lack of marketing, and it just kind of like stuff just land on the site too, and you see it on Hat Crawler or something, but you don't see it anywhere else. It just pops on the site. I see that too. I see that as a problem too. They could at least put together some like variety packs and drop them together and try to like, you know, piece something together there.
I think part of the thing too is like they're almost like a victim of their own success. So like some of their early really good packs, then they tried to go back to that, and then it just felt like really forced. So like remember when we did like a bunch of like pink bottoms, but to spruce them up, they would do like satin lining or satin inners and stuff. It just felt weird. I was like, oh, we're bringing back the cookies and cream 4.0. It's like, okay, well, I already have 12 of them. So I don't know. I feel like part of it is they lost touch a little bit for certain things.
They lose touch, or did they lose creativity?
So, part of it is like they just kept running the same plays, maybe. And it's like,
well, and now like their ambassador packs. Does anyone think those are good?
Not very often.
I don't think I've seen a single ambassador pack where I was like, damn, I need like all these.
They're like literally like what not to do's in design when I'm looking at them. Like they're like mismatched patches that make no sense. It's just like this.
Like Wilder Fitted's, his last drop that he had, I thought was really good. But other than that, like they haven't had any like fucking like ambassador quote unquote drops that have really moved me at all.
All right, so you know this is what I kind of see, right? I kind of see like a lack of creativity that used to be very vibrant at Hat Club. A lot of like kind of like let's just get it on the site, what it feels like chasing their tail. And then the last thing is like an over dependence on other people to create for them, including ambassadors, and they're not doing a good job. That's my opinion. That's the state of it all to me. That's what I feel. You guys got to remember, aside from me working in the hat world, I'm probably the biggest hat collector on the planet. I probably bought more at Hat Club than anybody else in history. and like I love their stuff. I'm just telling you, this is what I feel. All right, let's move on, guys. All right, speaking of Hat Club, so this is kind of what I'm talking about, right? So you got this new Angel script, which I think is pretty good looking, right? It's pretty good looking. But then you pop it out in 3 team colors, like nothing special, just like get it out there. You're not seeing what I'm seeing?
I mean, the Angels and the team colors doesn't really bother me. I mean, maybe 3. You didn't need to do 3. You could start with 1, but yeah.
Hey, maybe it's okay to throw a slide patch on one of them.
Yeah, I mean, but then people like John will be complaining. I don't know.
No, but my point is, like, dude,
it is ridiculous to run. You know, I mean, yeah, it is ridiculous to run the same hat 3 times like that. Yes.
Now, listen, I think some people are going to really enjoy this stuff. I do. I think there's going to be some people that just want the plain stuff, right? But it's just, you got to be careful, right? I mean,
have the Diamondbacks ever been blue and red in their entire existence? Why do you have a vintage Arizona Diamondback script with no side patch in a gray, or I think that's gray on the brim, maybe black, blue, and red and white? When is that? Like, what are we doing there?
Nah, but then if you take that, then no one can do non-team color. Like you like non-team color stuff all the time.
That one, you just don't like the way it looks. I think honestly, I get it though. I get it, Klein. I think you're just looking at it, you're like, I don't like the hat. And then that's what your reason is. You just don't like the hat. right?
Yeah, but
Or is
I
it
just
maybe
feel like
you know what? You know what I think it might be, Klein? And when I look at that, you know what probably bothers me about it is that style of logo shouldn't be in a custom colorway.
that's what I mean. That's like
Yeah.
what I'm trying to get at. Like I feel like if you're gonna do custom colorways, do like the regular logos, but not make it vintage. Like vintage should stay vintage and not be changed.
I think that's a fair assessment. And for those saying the random bear with a guitar, that's a Chicago Cubs logo. So I do think, but that's a great point. Like, you know, maybe that's an opportunity to put the guitar pick or one of the other like options on the side there just to make it look better. Doug, what are you thinking here?
I think the two angels are the best hats on the whole slide to me. Those two-tone are the best, but pretty much everything else I don't like. I like that Kraken a little bit,
I like the Kraken.
but everything else is kind of like.
I also like Osprey, but I don't like the Nightcrawler hook. I've never been like, God damn, I need a night. I love Nightcrawler.
Yeah, that thing's.
You've seen some Nightcrawlers lately kicking around, right? There was another one too. Someone did that to the Blackhawks, which I think is like,
Yeah,
dude, you don't fuck with the Chicago Blackhawk face. You don't fuck with. Don't make it white. Don't make it blue. You know, keep it natural or copper or something like that. But come on, dude. And these hats aren't all bad. The Kraken is a really good looking hat. I also think no, that's probably it for me, man. Honestly. All right, let's move on. What's the next slide look like? Okay. Where's you like the Tiger Bomb hat?
I love it. And I think I've probably told you, I normally hate mascot logos, but something about this hat, I genuinely liked it. So we'll see if it stays the same when I get it.
I want to like everything he does because I really do think he's a nice guy. I really do. And then this is where things get a little rough because for those that don't know, I actually, before Ronnie even created an actual collaboration, I did hats with him with Good Hats. Remember, Leon? I did a hat with him.
The original stuff.
We did a Good Hats colorway, a colorway for him, and it was fantastic. I love the experience. I love this guy, and I want to love everything he does. But I got to tell you, these are getting worse, man. He's not getting better. These are getting worse. And the fact that you guys like that Tiger's hat is kind of shocking to me. But to me, the best hat of the bunch is the Twins. I think the Twins is the best looking one. It's like dark and clean. But like honestly, man, yeah, I agree with you, Fitteds. I agree with you, Russ. If you take the name off of this and you just put these hats up on a screen, they're getting torched by a lot of people. And you can't tell me that that's untrue. And for the first time, you're seeing him in his stories trying to get people to buy the hats because there's still some left.
That's what I said today too.
People are starting to be like, all right, you know, I can't just buy anything just because. That's why things are changing now.
I didn't like some of the decisions that he made for sure. The least favorite hat on this entire slide, and I know Doug's gonna be pissed off about this, but the Astros, I can't get with it. It's awful.
I don't think
you're right.
Listen, I think that Orioles is. I don't think it's even close. How that's the worst on the fucking slide.
I don't like the Phillies.
The Phillies is giving it a run for its money though.
Yeah, I don't like the Phillies.
I mean, there's 3 or 4 on this slide that are definitely you know, you could toss them up and whichever one, it doesn't matter.
Can I share with you guys when I'm on a call and I'm designing or I'm designing hats, right? Let me tell you something. I ask whoever is in that room with me in that virtual room, do you think that looks right? I'll ask them, are you sure? And sometimes they have to reassure me, and sometimes they're like, hey, I think you should try this. I'm like, let's try it. And then we try it, and I'm like, oh, wow, thank God that I did that because it looks so much better. This is an example where this is just, hey, this guy just makes the hats. No one's checking anything. I consider myself decent at what I do, but what makes me good at what I do is I also ask the other people, including the rep that I'm working with, do you think that looks right? Because everybody sometimes needs a second set of eyes or a third set. In this case, probably a fourth set.
Yeah, but I mean, we're going back to the same conversation about Hat Club, and they're not doing that. They're putting out a bunch of shit that's just uninspired. So I mean, you're asking the quote unquote 3 or 4 people to look at it, and they're signing off on it, and this is what you get.
It's kind of his brand, though, right? Like to not have this fear to create and just be this like guy that has.
Well, it worked with that vulture hat, right? It did. When he did that pleather with the whatever it was, that I mean, that thing actually ended up being kind of cool at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's zero chance that these become that. You're right. That Phillies hat, now that I take a second glance at it, is terrible. It's terrible, man. I can see why you would say, and I even said this to Leon, I can see why the Wind Surge is your favorite clown. I can see it. But I can't.
It's the one I bought. It's the only one I even looked at twice to buy, honestly. Like I said before, when I saw the weird eyelets on the Tigers, I mean, it doesn't completely kill it for me, but I didn't attempt to buy it, if that tells you anything. So
you guys can't tell me these are good. I'm sorry.
The hook on the Tiger Balm, the patch is excellent, but everything else about the hat sucks.
I did a poll on Wednesday, and like 65% of people said they hated this drop. So I wasn't surprised to see most of them said, or at least half of them said for a while.
I'm with you, Multi-Maz, man. The only one I really like here. All right, so if I had to rate them, you guys want me to go 1 through 8?
Sure.
Okay.
Now that I've had time to look at them all. The Twins is number 1 to me. The Wind Surge is number 2. The Astros is number 3. And this is where it gets bad, because those are the only 3 that I find acceptable. Now I'm in a race. The last 5, I'm trying to figure out the worst. The least egregious of the last 5 is the Dodgers. That's least
what
egregious.
I said. That was my third one. It was the Wind Surge. It was Detroit and Dodgers.
That's number 4 for me.
Yeah.
Number 5 for me. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I guess Tiger Bomb. Number 6, I'm going. These last 3. If it was exclusive fitted or Sports World or whatever, they would be getting flamed. But I'm going to go next. I'm going to go, oh, God, this is hard. I'm going to go Atlanta. And I want you to understand, Atlanta, that Atlanta hat I would not put on my head ever. I don't care if you paid me. And then I'm going Baltimore, and then I'm going to end with that Phillies.
I didn't get the hooks. Or not the hooks, the patches. I did not understand that. I mean, why put an Atlanta All-Star Game side patch on the Orioles, and why put a?
It's gotta mean something to him. But
can I be honest with you guys? This is the difference, right? When you're talking about creating, and a lot of folks out there feel like they've created 10 hats, they feel so good about it, right? And I want people to feel good about that. But I want you to understand how hard it is to make thousands. Way different. And this shows the limitations when you start to get to like 60, 100 hats, 110 hats, and you start to pump out something that looks like this. This is not easy. To do one hat, very easy. And you feel good about it. Then when you start to get past that initial like rush and all that creativity, you're like, holy shit, man, I'm at 100 hats now. And you're trying to get to 150 or whatever. You start to run out of ideas. It's not easy. And you start to see the limitations as people do more and more of these. All right. Any last words on these guys?
Baltimore sold out.
Good.
Go Detroit.
I just don't. I don't see what. I mean, I personally don't like the Astros the most, but I don't see what you guys see in that one personally to make it.
When you take the Hello Kitty out of it, it's not ugly.
I think it's ugly. I mean, I don't even think about the hook. I think it's fucking horrendous.
It looks like that Astros had that RMC DCC made like a couple years ago.
Are you talking about the Star Wars one? This doesn't look anything like that. The Star Wars one beats this one out of the water tenfold.
It's not that much different. I mean, it's the same front
Way
logo.
better. Way better.
Chrome on a black. It's not that much different.
All right, you guys ready to move on?
And it's got a hot pink UV, by the way. Hot fucking pink. But
Which one? That
The
Astros?
Astros, yeah.
Hot fucking pink. I digress, though.
Listen, and I want to make sure everyone understands this, and I mean this from my heart. I like Ronnie a lot. So so people have to separate those two things. I like Ronnie a lot. These hats, I absolutely do not like. All right, next.
This is a joke that I just found online. I thought I would share. I mean,
You want to lighten it up after that?
yeah.
All right.
Adam Silver says he's looking into AI to see why there's so many increased Achilles tears this year. So,
I saw this the other day. It was pretty fucking. I chuckled out loud for sure.
do you guys think it's? I mean, there's a lot of debates on why this is occurring. Long schedules. The old heads are blaming the low cut shoes.
I believe it's the low cut shoes, so call me an old head. I don't know how anyone plays basketball in fucking low cut shoes.
Yeah. Other people are saying it's the calf injuries. Other people are pointing out like Luka didn't want to play on the calf injury. That probably led him to get traded. Stuff like that. But yeah, like what? It's coincidence. I mean, 3 guys, all number 0, all went down. Low cut shoes.
Nah, dude, it's the low cut shoes, man. I'm telling you, I played a lot of basketball as a kid, man. And I'll tell you, the one thing that happened to me all the time was rolling my ankles. And I just don't understand like why anyone would even risk any of that for low cut sneakers. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's the look nowadays. Nobody wears high tops.
Well, they didn't have Achilles injuries like now either. Right? I mean,
yeah. I think they said 9 all season. I mean, 3 in the playoffs, but like 9 all season.
I mean, if they do enough extensive research and find that the shoes are the cause for it, then they can just do like what the NFL does and mandates a certain type of shoe or certain length or whatever, like they do with helmets. So
Jordan wore lows. Like how often? I don't know.
No, never.
I don't think Jordan ever wore a low top playing basketball, guys.
I don't think so either.
No, you can buy lows.
Just because you can buy Jordan lows doesn't mean he wore low tops. I don't think Jordan. Nah, he never wore low tops.
No,
that in his era it was always high tops, man, or mids. He never wore low tops. No way. I don't believe you, JSB. He didn't wear low tops.
I don't even think he bowled in low tops. He wouldn't even play golf in low tops.
He would never wear them. That era of basketball, you never saw low tops. There's always mids to highs, and usually highs, to be honest with you. All right, well, let's move on from your little joke slide here, Leon. Let's get back to some serious shit. Verdeen's.
Yeah.
I don't think soccer and basketball are comparable, Acevedo, when it comes to that, because in soccer, you're not like exerting an extreme amount of force on your leg like in a split moment to take off. Like you're almost always running constantly when you're playing soccer. I don't think that you have that exertion like you do in basketball.
It's different court cleats too, right?
Yeah, cleats.
No, the difference is like the jumping and whatnot, isn't it? I mean,
probably has something to do with it, but it seems like every single time that happens, it's someone loading up to like go for a drive, and on whenever their back foot, whichever one they're leaving behind, it's just snapping.
All right, we can't avoid what's on the screen right now, which is
more Wiz Khalifa and Kanye hooks.
I think we need to leave Kanye like 2 years ago. I mean, this is. I don't know.
Thanks, Multi. I had to. We're going to talk about it, I think, in the show a little bit later.
You guys like any of these? I mean,
no. God, no.
No.
The Jizz logos can all rot in hell.
Yeah.
No, I don't mind some of them, but I think when it's a face,
maybe a letter you can get away with it, but like the dude
Not that one.
slimed out.
I don't think Jordan wore the 2 on the court, guys. I gotta get off this. These hats are not good, right? I mean,
Yeah,
I'd
The
be
two
okay
almost
moving
made
past
me
these pretty
Nike.
quick, honestly.
what's that?
I said I'd be okay moving past these pretty quick. I mean, they're
We might as well.
forgettable.
Let's move on. All right, Leon, you want to take us through your favorite Canadian store?
Yeah, definitely my favorite Canadian store. Still dropped the Vancouver Canadians. That's the single A affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. And then he dropped 2 Winter Classic with the old school like Leaf logo. On the right there, shout out to John Tavares for re-signing for another 4 years. And then they have a Canada Day BOGO until Tuesday. Buy one, get one half.
Nice.
I need some knowledge here to our resident Canadian. Why are the Montreal Canadiens spelled with an E, whereas everything else is spelled with an A?
French versus English. So in Montreal, they speak French.
Gotcha.
All right. Nice job, Shaheen, over at Still. Let's move on.
All right. So
This is where we get to talk a little bit. So listen, this was an overwhelming. So I was like, I got into a live the other night. I think Russ was doing it. There's some people jumping in and out. He's in the comments now. People were talking about, like, they only buy the hats to like for their buddies and like what their buddies make and support their friends, whatever. And we saw some of this with like friends, but even some people that aren't friends, right? They're just like they're so obsessed with Ronnie or they're so obsessed with Rushmore that they'll just buy whatever they make, no matter what it is. It's like super.
I know someone
corny to me.
specifically.
What's that?
I said I know someone specifically. I'm not mentioning names, but continue.
Yeah, it's not about who. It's just about like this blind sort of. I don't know, man. Like, I just want it. Would you buy an ugly fucking shirt and put it on just because your friend made it? Like, I wouldn't. Like, so I don't understand why is the hat any different? It's getting to be wild, right? And I think it also, like, we live in this culture in the hat community now is like this level of fear about like telling your friend something that they don't want to hear. Listen, I'm not going to tell you what hat, right? But I reached out to Leon today. I said, Leon, why'd you do that with that hat? You had a perfect hat in your hands and you did something stupid. This is like my best friend over the last like 7 years. And I said to you, why did you do something so stupid? That hat could have been perfect and you fucked it up. And he said,
it was the Barons, wasn't it? It was the fucking Barons.
No. But my point is, you know what? I'm a real friend. You know why? Because he won't make that. It is a mistake. This is not. I didn't
try to hide it. Right? I didn't try to hide it.
This is a mistake.
I made
a mistake. And I tell him that. You know why I tell him that? Not because I want him to feel bad, because I don't want him to do it again. And I'm not going to reinforce bad. So if something didn't look right, and this is clearly something he should not have done. This isn't debatable. And he says to me, you know what? You're right. And if it's coming from, there's so many people out there right now that are reinforcing some really terrible crap. I'm talking like bad, man. Like, if I went out in public and I look like an idiot, I'd want Anna to tell me, hey, man, you shouldn't be wearing that. And I expect the same from my friends. But instead, we're in this culture now where everyone's like loving their friends' hats, right? Just because they may make their own hat and they want their friend to like their hat or buy their hat and blah, blah, blah. It's so silly, man. This is getting to be ridiculous. And then you end up getting these hats that are like really like, as the kids call, mid. And it's watering everything down. It is really, really sad to see. Because there's no way that they like some of this stuff. And I'm sure Some really do, I guess, but there's no way they like all of this. There's no way. There's no way. I've been around long enough to know. So for you guys, like for me, I'm going for design. Number one, it's got to look good. And if it's made by someone I like, guess what? Bonus. But it starts with design. If it looks good, I want it. If somebody I like made it, that's just a bonus for me. Where are you guys at?
If someone you don't like made it, but the design is good, are you buying it?
No.
Yeah.
No, I will not.
So that kind of
Okay,
puts
guy.
you closer to the people section, though.
Not really. Because what makes me buy people or design? What makes me buy?
Yeah, but like
No,
you
it's
not
not what
liking
makes
someone will
no,
stop you
it's
from
not
buying.
what makes me not buy. What makes me buy is the question. What makes you buy? What makes you purchase? What makes you purchase?
I can't be the only one that is. That's fucking crazy.
What makes you purchase? So, Leon, if someone made a hat that I liked the design, and I didn't like the person, or I didn't feel like the person had the right sort of motivations, no, I wouldn't buy it. I'll say that out loud right now. No, I wouldn't.
I'm the same. I'm not gonna.
But I'm not gonna. But what's gonna make me buy a hat is gonna be the design, and then if I like the person, that's just an added bonus. Nothing else will make me buy a hat other than design. I will not buy something just to support my friend. I will support them by sharing with them why I didn't buy the hat. I'm also 47 years old now, and I'm really comfortable in my own skin, and I'm not afraid to share with people how I feel.
Fair.
And I'm also not worried if someone goes and buys my hat, because I'm pretty sure I'll be able to sell them out somehow.
Yeah. But you've
That was part of the
also
2%.
done it hundreds of times, though. If it's someone that's really close to me and it's their first hat, I might buy it. I'm not afraid to admit that.
Yeah,
I'm
my
not afraid
mind.
to admit that. If someone who's supported and they did a hat, yeah, whatever. If they bought a bunch of my hats, I'll buy one of their hats.
You have an Everest Green Naturals in your collections, Leon?
Do I have Everest Green? No, I don't. Someone should have bought it for me though. But no, I don't. I didn't buy one. No.
Yeah. I was part of the 2% on that poll. And I mean, it just is what it is. I don't buy very many hats anymore, honestly, but I'm also not gonna be one to buy a shit hat just because my friend made it.
But
So
you just said you're one of the 2% that buy because of people.
yeah, I do, but that's the thing is I'm not going to buy if it's a shit hat. If it's
Yeah,
a
but
good hat and they
what makes you purchase, man? What makes you purchase? If you had to pick between the two, what makes you purchase a hat?
I mean, I guess it's very close for me. I've got to like the design, obviously.
Right. Okay.
I'm not gonna purchase something that looks like shit. But
you just proved my point.
But I mean, it's close for me.
No, because if you're not going to buy a shitty hat just because your friend made it, you're on the design side. How could that be debated?
Yeah, which one would override it when it's 50-50? What's overriding it? The person or the design? I'm okay saying if it's 50-50, I'll lean to the person. If it's on a little bit on the uglier side and I like the person, I would buy the hat. That's me.
No. If you don't like the design, Leon, you're not buying the hat, correct?
Depends the person.
Okay, so yeah, then you are someone that's on the people side.
Yeah.
Okay, so Klein, if you don't like the design, are you buying the hat? Just yes or no.
It's not black and white, but
Yes,
no,
it is.
it's
If
not.
you
Not to
don't
me,
like,
it's not.
what the fuck are you talking about? If you don't like the design, are you buying the hat?
You know how many fucking hats I bought for?
I'm asking you a question. You're not answering. I don't care how many effing hats you bought. If you don't like the design and you like the person, are you buying the hat?
It depends.
Nope, it does not.
What do you mean? It does,
If
because
you
sometimes
don't
I will,
like the
sometimes I won't.
design,
That's a depend.
Klein, if you don't like the, I'm not playing this game with you because this isn't a debate. It's a very clear answer. If you don't like the design and you like the person, will you buy the hat? In general, would you buy the hat? Yes or no? Right now.
Probably not.
You fall on design. Doug.
Ah,
There's nothing wrong with that, though, dude.
No,
I actually find that more admirable than Leon.
here's the thing. Whenever y'all say friend, like
Leon's part of the problem. I'm
You
going to say it right now. Leon's part of the problem if he's doing that.
you own almost every one of my hats. You can't tell me you like.
You
every
gave me
single
them.
one.
You gave me most of them.
At first, you bought every single one of them.
Leon, because I did like those.
Okay, fair. Thank you.
Are there some you gave me I don't like? Yes, that's why I didn't buy it.
All right.
Is that hurtful or is that just honest?
No, I mean, I'm gonna force you. Well, I mean, like, it gets to the point where I don't want to force you to buy something you don't like as a person making a hat. I don't want to do that.
No, but have I promoted or shown a hat I don't like? Yes. To help somebody out? Yes.
Yeah.
How about you? Doug? Sorry.
So for me, like when you say friends, I only have a few people that I consider like super close to me. And
Yeah.
if they make something, I've generally already seen it before it's coming out. So I'll already tell them if it's shit or not. And if Weston was here, I'd tell everybody if they send something to me or they ask my opinion, I'm 100% honest with them. So if it's somebody I'm super close with, if it's their first hat dropping, I don't care what color it is, I'm going to buy it. I don't care what it looks like. I would buy it.
People.
Yeah, but that, like I said, I have a very, very close group of people that would be with. It wouldn't be just every designer that I've had a conversation with or something like that.
But I mean,
Listen.
I mean, like I said, for me, it depends on the person. I'm not gonna buy a Ronnie hat because I like Ronnie a lot. I did buy the Wind Surge because I thought that was actually a really nice hat. But other than that, I'm not gonna buy the other ones because I didn't like them. But
guys, stop worrying about the comments. Worry about our conversation.
But one thing I definitely don't do, I don't buy for hype.
The comments. We're talking here. Comments will be there when we're done.
I won't buy anything for like a hype or like a panic or any of this, like Rushmore, for example. Like none of that shit excites me.
Yeah.
But
I mean, so there should be another category here, right? Hype. Person, hype, design.
Yeah, I mean, I could be convinced on both. You know, I also have a lot of hats too, so I'm not just willy-nilly. Like, I'm not spending what I used to spend on hats because I can't put them anywhere.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I said Leon, I said you're part of the problem. That's just my opinion. It's like
that's fine.
It's not like that.
I mean, stores do it. Stores take advantage of it. They want to collab with everyone because they can, take advantage of that person's inner circle, right? I mean, it's smart, but it's watering down the game.
I only buy it if I like it. That's it. I only buy it if I like it.
Yeah. But you're at the point too that you're not missing nothing. Like if something comes out that's cool, you probably have 10 versions of it.
Yeah, but I have a different philosophy now. I'm like almost like I kind of feel bad for some of these people that are making some of this stuff and it's getting reinforced, and they go eventually that well is going to run dry because there's going to come a time where people are like, nah, I'm going to draw the line here. I'm not buying this.
Yeah. Well, I think it's like weird games, like, oh, that guy didn't buy my hat, or this guy didn't buy my hat, so I'm not going to buy his, or I'm not going to like it just becomes weird.
And Trichnosis, it is supportive, to be honest with people. I'm not sure if you're, by putting that in quotations, if you're sort of insinuating that there's something wrong with me saying that. Constructive feedback is just that, constructive. So when I talked to Leon earlier today, all right, so cool. So you are agreeing. So when I talked to Leon earlier today, I didn't say, hey man, your hat's shit. I said, hey man, why'd you do that to that hat, man? You had an otherwise perfect hat. What's wrong with that, dude? Isn't that the right thing to do?
I would want somebody to do that with me 100%. I would
Right.
rather you tell me straight to my face, hey, this is not great. This is what I would do. This is what you should try. Something like that. Rather than you just reinforce like bad shit.
Right. Like I used to give Jason a hard time when he kept talking about button violations, right? But he's 100% right, dude. It looks funny if you have a two-tone cap and you either A, don't match the button to the visor, or B, match it to something else on the hat other than the crown. If you look, it looks funny if you don't do that. It really does. So if you have a chrome hat, blue visor, and you don't use either a blue button or another color button that coordinates with something else on the hat, it looks stupid. It looks funny. I don't think there's anything wrong. I think that's weird. But again, someone else may be, all right, that looks cool. I don't know, man. I don't know. All right.
So the results are here. 2%.
I buy mainly because of the design. And this was 341 responses. We're not like we're not an Instagram that gets 12 responses. That's 341 responses. And I'll tell you, I think some of it is like, it's interesting because a lot of and Leon says I buy mainly because of the design.
Yeah, I mean, at the time.
Yeah.
I thought about it. I needed to get the result, though. Without voting, I couldn't get a result.
Yeah. But when you look at it, right, our viewers, too, are not necessarily the kind of guys that are buying from Rushmore and Ronnie all the time. They're not. A lot of them are not. Yeah. You know, I'm going to say a majority of the people that watch us aren't doing that. That makes sense?
Yeah. But I mean, it's just like here's an example that I have. Has nothing to do with the reshipping situation.
There we go.
When you started making hats at Topperzstore USA, I started buying almost exclusively at Topperzstore USA. It has nothing to do with the reshipping situation.
Okay.
I think most people would agree that that's probably the case too.
Are you saying because of me?
Yes.
Okay.
So tell me I'm wrong on that, Pierre.
Well,
you have good designs.
So were they all good designs?
But I'm saying people mainly migrated. If you took the people that have the ability to buy Topperzstore USA and they have the ability to buy Topperzstore EU, I would be willing to bet almost all of them would rather buy from Topperzstore USA when you were there because of your designs and you as a person rather than buying from Topperzstore.
Which one was the main reason, do you think? Because I'm pretty sure I'm not the most likable guy in the world. So what do you think the main reason was?
I think it had to do with you. See, Doug's agreeing. Thank you, Doug. Appreciate it.
Yeah, but were they bad? So
no, we're not saying it's bad design.
No. Were they bad design? No, but that's the question, though. That's the thing. That's the question.
But again, it's not so fucking black and gray like you're making it out to be.
I agree in a way. It's hard to say somewhat. Because I will say, like, I would have never went to Topperzstore or any of that stuff for like the events and all that if it wasn't for you and what you did and everything. So it's hard to say, I guess, kind of. I see where he's coming from.
Yeah, you think I'm going? You think I'm flying out to New York City for a grand opening for fucking
but
anybody
guys,
else? You know what I mean? Like,
it's not about like. So someone says that they have to be mutually exclusive. That's not what I'm saying. Which one is the key driver? I'm pretty sure I'm not the most charming guy on earth. I'm sure of that. So there is no way all of those Toppers hats were being sold because I'm simply a nice guy. They were primarily being selling because they looked good.
Yeah, but you being a nice guy doesn't hurt it, though.
No,
I'm not a nice guy.
Yeah, but
you're a nice guy to me.
Some people maybe not, but I like the way that you're straight up. So everything about it was just, it all circles back to it for me. So I don't know. It's hard to say.
Has a lot to do with it. If Pat just came over here and started slinging hats at Topperzstore, I haven't bought a hat from Topperzstore USA since you left, and it's not just because I don't like Pat or anything. It's simply because it had to do a lot with you.
When I say I'm not a nice guy, I want you guys to understand something. I'm not some animal. What I'm saying is I'm not like a kind of guy that goes out of my way to kiss people's asses. I'm not like that. I will say my personal thing is I do understand some of the things that I brought to the culture through this channel, through my Instagram, and all these other things have something to do with it. But the most important thing is that the hats looked good. I'm telling you.
Pat
if
makes
I
great
went
hats.
on here, if I went on this channel and I started previewing my own hats and they looked like garbage, nobody would give a damn who I am. They would have stopped buying.
Can you agree that Pat makes great hats?
Pat makes above average hats.
Okay.
Not great.
Okay. So Pat makes above average to great, whatever you want to say. I have not purchased a single Topperzstore USA hat since you left. He has dropped several really good hats at Topperzstore USA since you have left. So what does that tell you? That answers my question and why I am part of the 2%. So that's all. I'm going to leave it at that. That's why it's not black and white for me.
I think you just got tired of hats.
Well, that probably has something to do with it. But I've also purchased hats since you've left Topperzstore USA. I just haven't bought from Topperzstore USA. And I like Pat.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we got to move on. I don't want to turn this into the Pierre show. So let's move on. We can agree to disagree in some respects, but that's okay too. So let's move on.
My fitteds.
And thank you, Caitlin. That means a lot coming from you, my little sister. All right, so my fitteds had these drop. I've seen that Joker hat quite often.
I think he's done different versions of it.
Yeah, a few
like different colorways of it.
And the mad fitted. Just so you're aware, Topperzstore USA it wasn't. There was never a before I got there.
Half of my collection is from Toppers, and that's no exaggeration. I've got like 500 hats, and at least half of them are from Toppers or Topperzstore USA. So to answer your question, yes. If you were asking if I bought from Toppers before, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Yeah. So we'll move on now. So I think if anyone else has any comments, you can drop them in the comments. We'll see if we can get to them later. So what are you guys thinking about these?
Ass.
The Phillies is cool.
I don't mind the Denver, but I don't have those shoes. So
yeah, I don't mind the Denver either.
I feel like that's such a shoe specific hat, but it's cool. I don't really like it.
What do you think about the LA? You guys don't like the LA?
I don't like the stars.
I'm a big Stars fan for some reason. Leo, I'll tell you, Stars and Halos. I don't know why I like them so much.
Yeah.
LA's the only good hat on this to me. The rest of them are pretty forgettable. I think the PS2 1.0 was significantly better than this hat. To me, it's not even close.
It's getting to the point now, like some of the stuff that he can get away with before. Like, I mean, I've never seen a guy sell stuff like Yogi Bear to a city like Patterson the way John can, but I'm not sure that can still happen. The Joker hat's pretty fucking cool though, right? No.
I don't.
Not for me.
He does this every fucking week, though. Every week he's got a Joker fucking smiling. I'm sick of seeing it. Every week he drops one.
Part of it is we preview it and then it comes out later, and then it just kind of stacks. So sometimes he'll do like the same hat but multiple colorways, and it just feels like they're all the same. I couldn't tell you the difference.
John said they were calling the shop for invoices today.
Yeah, I've never seen that before.
Yeah, he just took pictures of the shelves and said call for invoice.
It was like 3 or 4 different pictures with different hats on it.
See, that's where he was behind, man. Like, you see the stuff. You see. Remember who brought that to the game. Now you're starting to see others do it, right? All right.
Here's the thing. Am I buying a probably $180 to $250 pair of shoes to match the Denver Nuggets hat? Which is also going to be $55 plus taxes and shipping. Fuck no. There's one pair of shoes on the planet that matches that to a T, and I'm not doing it. Huh? What'd you say?
There's several that are in that neon Air Max colorway.
Yeah, but I mean they're all Air Maxes though.
Nah, Jordan 4 made one that was exactly like it as well. There's a ton, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's an iconic Air Max colorway.
Yeah,
for sure.
Of course.
I don't have the shoes, so yeah.
I haven't.
But even you wouldn't really. I don't like the matchy thing is not even really a thing anymore, right? Like, would you?
It's not as big, man. But I mean, I think like, listen, the generations are changing, right? Like the real, like the 40-somethings in the Bronx, yeah, they're gonna match, dude. That's what they're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Patterson is similar. That age group is similar in Patterson. Right. Some of these more urban cities in the New York City area. But like the younger crowd now, they're not really doing that.
Yeah.
And I think the thing that we got to be careful of is the same thing that we saw Nike do. Nike alienated the young customer. Now you see these kids wearing Hokas. Like, what the Hokas? You see them wearing like, these all of these more comfortable shoes. They're not getting super matchy. They're like,
some of these kids weren't even around for 95.
It's different, man. No, they weren't, dude. 95? Come on, man. Like, it's just changing a little bit. The style's changing. So, you don't have to worry about the sneaker hook as your primary go-to because younger people don't care. As long as something matches or it looks okay, like they're good. Like, it's changing, man. Go out and go watch how kids are dressing now.
Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily start at the feet the same way it used to.
No, everybody's rocking like Yeezy slides and shit. Like it's just like slides and comfort stuff is what everybody's wearing now. Nobody's wearing Jordans or anything that it's like Gen Z or whatever it is that's after millennials. Like nobody's wearing that shit.
I want to say nobody.
Good to see you too, Acevedo. I'll see you soon, man. But you guys follow me. It's just changing a little bit. And you got to be careful that the styles. Listen, you don't want the fitted hat customer base to literally die off or get too old. You got to like start catering to like some younger folks and whatnot. All right, let's move on. You're 40 plus, Derek. I understand. But what I'm saying is the younger ones don't. All right, this was kind of a big thing, man. So now listen, my understanding is this. I just want to be clear about this, right? My understanding of the Wahoo is that if you're within 100 miles of Cleveland or something, you can sell Wahoos. Okay. Now, what I also know is that when these were about to go extinct, so to speak, Hat Heaven went in heavy and bought a bunch of these. Okay. So he's doing nothing wrong. Like there's nothing fundamentally wrong about this.
Except the price tag.
Except the price tag, yeah. So, and Ty, I want to understand what you're saying here, Ty. So you're saying not listening to people buying shoes from all. I just let me know in the comments, Ty, what you're saying. I don't really understand. I want to understand so we can kind of bring it up. But what do you guys think about this? This was like an interesting move here. Say, hey, you know what? It's time to re-release these at $80 a pop. What are you guys thinking about this?
I mean, I feel like this is them cutting out the resellers and selling it themselves for this kind of a price. It's like when Nike drops an exclusive hat or exclusive pair of shoes, and then they're on the market for reselling for like $600, $700. It's like Nike looks at that and they're like, damn, we could have sold this for $600 or $700 and people would have still fucking bought them. But it's the same thing in this instance, in my opinion.
Listen, I can't tell you guys what's going on here, you know, what could be coming. But like, listen, if stores are allowed to sell them within 100 miles of Cleveland, if that's what I think it is, like, then you probably should just chill out and just not do this and just kind of wait until one of your buddies goes into a store in one of those areas. But that's just me.
And I did not pay $80 for this, by the way, for anybody thinking, no, I've had this hat for like 2 years and I actually just unDS'd it tonight.
I have a sizable collection of Wahoos and a lot of ugly Wahoos.
You want to sell one?
He specifically looked for ugly ones.
No, not the ugly ones.
I might have a duplicate of 1 1/4. I have to look when I move the stuff out of the warehouse, so I'll take a look for you, Doug. But I think I have a duplicate of the 97, I think.
Sweet.
Most of the ones with side patches are gone.
Wow.
$80 is criminal.
$300 is more criminal, right?
Wouldn't do that.
Some people will, though.
That's
the Wahoo's like.
That's insane.
Probably one of the greatest logos in baseball.
Mm-hmm. What are your thoughts, Leon?
It's an astronomical amount for retail, and it doesn't look right when you have a retail store sell at resale prices. I mean, whether or not it's right or not. I mean, he did sit on them and waited to cash in, but it just feels a little bit ridiculous. Also, I don't know how true this is. Like, I heard the Indians might look to add it back into the rotation, so it's like all these people might have got fucked up. So, I don't know.
It feels like it's taken. Dude, again, I don't know anything other than like what it feels like. It feels like it's taking steps towards coming back. Like it just feels like that. Like,
yeah, like the rules loosened a little bit.
Yeah,
should have never done away with it to begin with.
I'm kind of on the fence. I don't know. I love the logo. The thing that bothers me is I have a lot of friends that are Native Americans and they tell me it doesn't bother them at all. But then like I have a bunch of white friends that are like, oh, it's terrible. Like, I mean,
but that's the problem.
Yeah,
the wokies. I won't get into that
to some degree, I guess. I don't know. All right, let's move on.
Proceeding.
Yeah, why don't you take us through these, Leon?
Yeah, their Friday night lineup included some Dodgers, Yankees, Philly, like a mix, 2 Astros, and then they had the Philly pop-up, which is the top right-hand corner, and then the bottom right-hand corner are some Mitchell and Ness 1996 draft hats. Famously, that is the Hornets, who actually drafted Kobe, traded him in a draft night deal for Vlade Divac, for people paying attention. So, Mitchell and Ness 96 draft hats.
Mm-hmm.
Doug's wearing one of these.
I am.
Yeah. What are you guys thinking here? What are you liking?
I wish the draft hats were a New Era.
Yeah, same.
Because I would jump on those ones, but Mitchell is not bad. It's just
Yeah, but why for that?
Well, they
I don't
didn't.
know. I think
they weren't Mitchell Ness hats.
I think we just got to get past some of that sometimes.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'll wear I'll tell you what brand I really like aside from New Year. I like 47 brand a lot.
Oh yeah, they make good hats.
I can't fit them.
The Hitch is probably my favorite hat right now.
I am jealous of people who can wear the hat. It's a good looking hat. Just for me, I can't.
The Hitch and the New Era version is the 1920, so it's very similar. So if you see a New Era 1920 Klein, that's very similar. Very similar. All right, guess we can move on here, guys.
Home game.
All right, home game. Fuck, man, this Philly shit, man, it is nonstop, right? I mean,
got a whole city full of them.
Have you guys seen the King of Crowns 911 Ground Zero Yankees hook?
Let's talk about this. The hat that they just dropped.
Yeah, it's right there. Right, this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how is that Ground Zero? I don't understand. What's the hook?
That's what they call him, and I guess him and Eric called it that. I don't know the hook. I just know the hat's super nice.
First of all, that didn't even happen in 2001 Ground Zero.
I know.
Yeah.
Who called it that though?
I don't know who. I don't know who coined it that name. I just know that's what they are calling it. But it's a beautiful hat.
Yeah, I don't know. The Phillies thing has been interesting. There's been a lot of Phillies, kind of, especially that P with the star, right?
Yeah, like this specific combo has been done a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, it's like the Ducks for me. I'm just over it.
Yeah. Home game, are they still doing a lot of collabs and stuff? It feels like they've not been as active lately. I don't know. Is it just me? Am I wrong?
I think all of them are still.
Yeah,
yeah, they're all still collabs.
90%.
They just don't have as many, I guess.
Okay. All right. I guess we can move on. Anything stand out to you guys here before we move on?
I like that red Yankees.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Nothing we haven't seen before. A million times. The Brooklyn pizza is kind of cool, but yeah, nothing.
That's not Brooklyn pizza. That's Junior's cheesecake.
Junior's.
Oh, it's a cheesecake?
Yeah, that shit's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I know you've tackled a few cheesecakes in your day, Leon.
Tackled more pizzas.
Yeah, cheesecake is incredible, man. I love cheesecake.
Yeah.
You guys cherry cheesecake or you guys strawberry? What is your favorite topping? Mine is cherry.
Caramel.
Caramel.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the strawberry one, like the regular, is good. Yeah.
Okay.
The caramel is good too. Yeah. I don't really discriminate.
Or as we like to say,
in making the band, P. Diddy made them walk across the bridge to Junior's to get him a cheesecake.
Oh, that's that too. Okay. I remember Chappelle making them go get the breast milk. But that was making fun of that, I guess. So.
That was making fun of that, yeah.
We call it caramel down here in the South.
All right. All right, you guys ready to move on?
Let's go. Lids HD.
Yeah, these are selling like crazy right now. Oreo cheesecake's great too, Ty. That's a great call out. These player chase boxes. I don't know if you guys were familiar with these. You had different sorts of chances at hitting certain hats. I have some of them here, actually. You guys want to see?
Yeah. They're $250, Klein, by the way.
Huh?
We were talking about the price on Wednesday. We didn't know how much they were. I looked today whenever they had dropped.
Yeah, they're $250, right?
Yeah.
So this is like, now they sent me all the samples of the Red Sox ones. So you've got the David Ortiz satin.
Ooh.
This is that pinned up one.
That's pretty cool.
This is the player art one.
The poppy, yeah.
That was dope.
And you had Wade Boggs, which was one of my favorite players growing up, third baseman for the Red Sox. This is like, I think this is the 1982 or 81 Topps design that they kind of generated this from.
Right.
And then I have the sample of the 1 of 1. You guys want to see that?
Ooh.
It's just a sample, though. This is not the actual 1 of 1.
Right. Which
So
player?
this was like so you had a chance. I think there's like, I don't know, 20 players where you get this 1 of 1 hat.
Oh, that's fire.
So again, this is not the actual one. This is just a sample.
Oh, that patch is cool.
Yeah, a lot. These things, dude. There are people buying 10 boxes at a time.
Yeah, you can win like crazy prizes, right?
Yeah, it's crazy prizes you can win. Some cool baseball cards in the packs, and then if you got one of those 1 of 1 hats, I mean, you know, that's a pretty cool thing too. But yeah, those are available now on Lids HD and in select Lids stores. So, but they were flying through Fanatics Fest, man. There's people with huge bags of these things. It's crazy.
Yeah. Damn. Nice.
All right.
It being the NHL draft tonight, just want to do a little comparison, I guess, to make fun of hockey a little bit. Weston's not here to defend it, but the average salary for the first overall pick in hockey is $900,000, $8.8 million in the NFL, $13.8 in the NBA, and $11.08 in the MLB.
Big disparity here.
Yeah. I think the baseball's a little misleading, though. Don't they got to play in the minor leagues for a little while?
I don't know.
Maybe
I
that's
don't
a
know of
signing
anybody.
bonus, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's an asterisk. Signing bonus, no base salary. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, it's a signing bonus.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think
put
it's
the comments
possible
back
for them
up,
to
man.
go straight from college or high school to the pros.
What, say
Is
again?
it?
You can put the comments back up.
Uh-oh. What did you say, Klein?
I was saying I don't think it's possible for them to just go straight from high school or college to the pros. I think they have to play in the farm team
For baseball?
No.
for a little bit.
No, they don't. No, they don't.
Depends. Like there's been international free agents that have jumped right in.
What about Todd Van Poppel? Didn't that guy go right from college to the majors?
It's tough because Major League Baseball is the only stupid sport that does the draft during the season. So there's been like rare cases where they've only played like maybe like a month or two. Like
Hold
Bryce
on.
Harper.
Just look it up. Has any player gone directly from college to Major League Baseball? I could have sworn Todd Van Poppel. Maybe I'm wrong, but he was like the Oakland Athletics. He was a pitcher for the Oakland Athletics.
There was a baby bonus era where a lot of them went right to it. And then some notable examples, Al Kaline, Dave Winfield, John Orwood, Jim Abbott.
Yeah, so
there's a very, 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 very exclusive and small list of people that have done it, and they're not recent people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for the most part. I would like Roki but he played pro ball. Yeah. I mean, Skeens was only played a couple months in the minors.
I'm not really sure how important it is anyway, but they don't have to. Your thing was they have to play in the minors, and they don't.
Yeah. The point of their signing bonus is like it's supposed to hold them over until they get to the major leagues for the baseball guys.
Was that
hold them over
John
$11 million.
Who's John O? Who are we talking about? John O.
John Olerud.
John Olerud, right?
Yeah. Well, he was one of the guys.
I heard a story where Ricky Henderson played with him. I think I don't remember what team, but then he moved to a different team. John Allarud came there, and he was wearing that helmet that he wore because he had the aneurysm, remember? Mm-hmm. And Ricky Henderson was like, gosh, man, I played with another guy back in wherever, and he had the same helmet. And John Allarud was like, yeah, it was me. He didn't even remember his own like teammate from like the prior season. That what a
fool. Well, it was the same thing. Dustin Pedroia said Poppy didn't know his name.
No, but he knew him, as Petey.
Yeah, Petey or whatever.
So Petey, P-E-D-E-Y. He didn't know his real name.
Yeah, he's like, who's Dustin?
Yeah.
He's like, it's me.
But they always talk. But the thing is that it's not like he didn't know him though. They were buddies, man. He just never knew.
He didn't know his name was Dustin. But like, he announced. He gets like announced every day, right? Like on the scoreboard in the whatever.
He's not paying attention, man. That's all, right?
Yeah.
He's not paying attention. All right, cool. You guys ready to move on?
Let's do it. Capsule hats.
Ugh. These guys, man.
Gross.
Do our viewers like Capsule? Can we do a poll? I don't understand it. Like,
someone's gotta like them. I mean, they keep making fucking hats.
Making hats and computer. I don't know, man. They're like,
is it just one person that designs their shit?
I would say so because all the hats look exactly the same.
Take the fucking metallics away.
Well, I don't mind the metallics aren't.
I like metallics too, but I don't like them when you take them and you're just like, bam.
These look like neon signs, right? I mean,
fucking horrible. And I hate it because every time we do a weeper, I have to put them in, and I feel bad because I do like if they do.
I just don't know where, like, who's buying these? Are our viewers buying these? Honestly,
tag the VFTV account if you're got a mail call or something, man. Like, because I don't know, man. Like maybe the Angels.
The Angels.
What about it? You throw it away.
Like that's the closest pickle tickling you get.
All right, so you guys have to pick two you're gonna buy today.
Oh God.
All right. No, I got a better one. All right, Klein, your best buddy made two of these, made this whole pack, right? So which two are you buying to support him?
The top two.
Which top two?
The Tampa?
The Tampa and the Athletics?
Oh. Yeah.
Whoa. All right, Leon, your best friend just made this whole 8-pack. Which two are you buying?
Pirates and Angels. I'm not feeling good about it though.
How about you, Doug?
I'm gonna take the Athletics and Seattle.
The Seattle, holy shit!
Yes, I sent you the box.
Yeah, it's only half, so it's not that bad.
Did you drink before the show? I mean, why would you do the Seattle?
It's the one I like the second most.
I guess
you're taking a risk. You don't even see that bottom half of it.
That's okay.
What would I pick?
Like a blind date right there.
I think I would pick the Angels too because that one is
it's the least egregious, right?
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. So you talk like me now. You notice that?
Well, we only get 700 lives together for multiple hours.
Yo, Jays, that's intended.
No.
It's fucking horrendous.
The Angels. Man, the rest of these are really bad.
Am I the only one that fucking cannot stand? And it's only Capsule that does this, but they black out that 1999.
Almost every one of them.
Every one of them. I swear to God, they black it fucking out every time.
I don't know, man.
I think so.
I really can't pick a second one after that Angels. I mean, if I was, I guess the Pirates. If I was forced to pick something else.
I can't believe you guys don't like that Rays. I mean, I don't like it, but
honestly, that looks like something John Jay would make years ago.
I mean, yeah, it kind of. I mean, it just kind of has that vibe. I don't hate it, but I wouldn't buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, you know, a New York Mets is fucking ass if Poppy Capsule doesn't choose it. He buys all the Mets.
Not that one.
Nah, he's got a limit, man.
Yeah, I hope they never touch a Nashville Predators hat.
Watch, he's listening and watching in the shadows. He's lurking, and he's gonna make one just because of you now, Doug.
I hope not.
All right, let's get out. Let's move on.
Oops. More.
They're back.
No, the Twins isn't bad.
This is a better slide.
They're much better.
2 of them are program hats, though.
Yeah, but the program hats are ass. So
I take those 2 program hats over the first slide. Anything on the first slide.
Well, Static Shock is making excuses now for Capsule. He said the picture on the Mets is horrible. The video makes it look better. Did you buy it, Static? I don't think you did.
Normally, that's
tell me
the
that all
excuse
time.
I say.
These guys say that all the time.
Normally, I use that excuse, but that's not going to save any of those hats.
Yeah, but Static's not gonna. He didn't buy that hat. The Twins is. I agree with him here though. The Twins is probably the best one on this slide.
either Static did buy it and he wants everybody else to try to feel the way that he does, or he's just hyping it up. Just hype it up.
Nah, he didn't buy that hat. He's just trying. His honest assessment is the video made it look better. Yeah, he said he did not buy it. He just wanted to point that out. So,
But that San Francisco's terrible. God, it's bad.
Yeah, no, I think teal goes with rust. That's a good color combo.
Yeah, very good. Yep.
Let's move on.
The GOAT is back after I think 3 Nathan's hot dog eating contests.
He was at Fanatics Fest, by the way.
Oh yeah?
He was on the plane with Big Jack from Lids, heading to Fanatics Fest because he took part in that Raisin Cane's.
Oh yeah, the chicken eating contest. Right?
Yeah, the chicken eating contest.
Yeah. Well, he's back, everyone. It's the highlight of July 4.
This guy ain't gonna win. He's like
he smoked Kobayashi last year.
Yeah, but this guy, no, but they're not big anymore. There's like guys that are better than these guys now, right?
Wow, this is like Michael Jordan coming
Yeah, I
back.
thought he was a
basketball. Yeah, like he smoked Kobayashi.
Well, Kobayashi was like the big one at first.
Yeah.
Jeez, it looks like Weston.
Come on, man, this is the grossest thing you could be famous at, isn't it?
It's disgusting.
He's the Bonnie Blue of the hot dog world.
As soon as they dunk, something about like the wet bun when they dunk it in water. Oh.
Dude, but do you know how they train though? They would eat tons of pasta because it would expand in their stomach.
It cannot be a healthy.
Oh, yuck.
Job.
It's disgusting.
I was just at a hot dog eating contest last week. I was at a hot dog eating contest for last week. It was only 5 minutes, but still, it was gross.
Wait, you ate 4 of them bitches in 5 minutes?
No. I was there at the con. I'm not participating. I feel like I have be perpetuating stereotypes if I'm in a hot dog eating contest.
No, but that's what I'm saying. I saw you eating.
I only ate
hot
4 hot dogs in the whole event. Yeah.
Yo, that kimchi one looked fire.
It's never a guy built like Leon that's going to win a contest like that, though.
That's
like,
not true. That's not true. That one guy, I can't remember his Badlands. He fucking can put down some 2 liters of soda.
Dude, I can't watch this stuff. I cannot watch this stuff. Like, I can't watch it. It's fucking gross, man.
Yeah. I'd want to enjoy my hot dog, though. I'm not trying to stuff my face.
I know, Leon.
Yeah. Take my time with it. Enjoy it.
I know, Leon. Take your time with it.
Yeah.
Just Leon is disgusting. Oh, Leon just wants to take his time with it. He wants to enjoy it. He wants to enjoy that glizzy.
Slide it down slow, man. Come on now.
All right, let's move on, man. It's gross. Made me throw up.
USA home. Arizona.
I've seen these 1,000 times. I mean, it's color.
I don't know how they keep getting these ultra short Bangladesh hats, but good for them.
It's like they're getting bigger.
This Photoshop, whoever's doing the Photoshop for them, like, they hand him the hat, right? The hats are like, all right, you know what to do here, pal.
Work your magic.
Work your magic, pal. This is the thing with these, man. I'm telling you, like these picks right here, right? They look one way, but then when you see them in the real, like you're like, all right, that's actually China. Nice try, Cap USA Harlem. Nice try. All right, these are good hats, though. I mean, they're decent. These are just clean, nice looking hats. All right, let's move on.
At least they're in Houston.
Yeah, thank God.
I want
right?
to say maybe the tan one is Gate Crashers. I don't know. I can't remember though.
I don't know how many more purple Houston hats people need from Houston. Like, man, they love purple.
They love DJ Screw, man.
Yeah.
Chopped and screwed.
I'm just picturing like it's like here's my box of purple and black hats.
It's a popular colorway down there, Leon.
Mm-hmm.
Stop being disrespectful.
Yeah, what's the like count at?
Yeah, what's the like count at? We need to get some
50.
likes in here. Huh?
50.
50 likes. Free content on a Friday night where God knows Leon could be pounding some glizzies right now. We're here live.
Once a year.
We did better than that on Wednesday's show. We had like 60 something before the show
Yeah, but
ended.
what happens is they're so engaged with the conversation here that they're having a hard time getting to that like button.
We had some
Everyone
good
just-
conversations on Wednesday. I don't know if you
61
watched
now.
or not.
Close the chat out, everybody. Hit that like button. Let's get this up to 100 likes as we continue on here. Let's move on. Exclusive fit. We haven't
fuck
seen
happened to
these
that yard
guys in
goat?
quite a while.
They've been back. They've been back.
Oh my God, that yard goats is probably one of
happened
the
to
worst
it?
things. It looks like the Great American Hero. Remember that show? Oh my God.
That used to be one of
Yeah,
the
don't make me break
logos.
out those. Remember that Britney? What was that video I broke out? It was Britney Spears, right? No, was it? No, it wasn't Britney Spears. It was those two people from that
Wicked.
show Wicked.
Wicked, yeah, from Wicked.
You know what I should use next time? Have you guys seen that Meghan Markle interview with that other lady with the big, wide mouth? Have you guys seen that?
Mm-mm.
If we don't get those likes to 100, we're all going to see it. Hit that like button, everybody, or I'm going to search for that video, man. You guys are not going to like that video, man. Oh, my God, it's bad. What do you guys like in here? Anything?
The jersey. That's it. I'm tapped out after that.
Maybe the orange ducks. But not really.
How many orange ducks do you have to see before you're just like, fuck those orange ducks, Leon?
I mean, I give it a pass because it's the team colors. Like maybe someone out there has like been waiting 5 years to buy that. I don't know. Like,
Well, you
it's
should have
the
bought it.
worst colorway though.
Dude, Should've bought it 6 months ago.
Those orbital Knicks hats are what the hell, man? Oh,
I blame Dome Piece for that.
come on, dude. Those are bad, right?
I was telling everyone, some of your teams will get them put into the system for you.
You think
Yeah.
Exclusive Fit reached out the Dome Piece to get that put into the system?
No, I don't think the Exclusive Fitted did, but I mean, he could have put it in the system and they saw it and they used it.
All right, let's play a game here. Worst hat on the slide.
Yard goats.
Yard goat.
Astros.
I'm going yard goat too, but it's close with those two Knicks hats.
Yeah, the two timers. Fucking two timers.
Like, why would you want a patch on your hat that says 2-time champions? Like, what a Knicks. Those things. Garbage. All right, let's move on. ECAP City's back too. Wow.
Yeah,
Right.
they've been back. They've been back for a while.
Yeah, no one did a Grizzlies hat before I did. All right. Look at that. You're seeing Grizzlies all over the place.
That's
good
Bones' hat.
It's a good looking hat.
That Devils is rough. That patch for the Devils is rough.
Really rough. It's like needs another color in there. Put some white in there. Don't be afraid. Sasaki, I don't know. That guy went down with an injury, right?
Yeah, he just wasn't good.
Yeah.
People are still making these Indian eye hats. That's crazy. I thought that was like 2.5 years ago when we stopped that shit.
Yeah, you still have to do some, right?
Don't have to.
I mean, like, what are you gonna do? All right, what do you want to see?
Something besides it. That.
Doesn't the logo on the upper right remind you of Jackass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't want the Jackass Kings. That belongs on the side though, not the front, right?
It looks much better on the side.
Yeah. All right, let's move on, guys.
NBA draft was Wednesday. If you guys have any thoughts about it. Danny Ainge did some Danny Ainge stuff. They're saying he grabbed Ace Bailey.
This guy, like, what? I don't know, man.
Thwarted his movement to Washington. I don't know why he wanted to go to Washington so badly.
Yeah, why?
I don't know. But apparently Washington and Charlotte had a deal where they're going to swap picks. And then good old Danny Ainge found out and took Ace Bailey when Washington wouldn't pay the Kings ransom. I mean, he tried to pull the Jason Tatum move, right? Like, I'm going to take Fultz if you don't, take Fultz. And in the long run, he wanted Tatum anyway. So
I'm going to be honest with you. I wasn't too connected to this draft, man.
Okay.
I mean,
Brooklyn made
Cooper Flag was the highlight, right?
Yeah. Brooklyn made 5 picks in the first round. People are very confused about their first pick.
A lot of people were confused about all their picks from what I read.
I stopped paying attention around 19, 20, 21, to be honest. But they had the pick before Toronto, so we were like nervous they were going to get someone good. And then when they drafted Igor Demin, we were like, yeah, we're going to get our guy. And then the Raptors went off the board anyway. So
yeah. All right.
Anyone has any other NBA draft takes? No. Klein?
No.
All right, cool. Sunday. So
are we towards the end of the show now?
This is the end.
Wow. This is a nice, tidy 2-hour show. Lots of dialogue. All right, Leon, let us know what's going on here.
Yeah, so because it's the end of the month, we're doing VFTV in the lab Sunday at 9 p.m. So if you want to come hang out and watch me make hats, some of the members even jump into the stream too. So we get to chill with you guys. Looking at you, Allie, and Snotty Drippin. Yeah, that's it. Sunday.
Nice. Great addition to the lineup. All right, guys. I want to thank all of our viewers for this evening. This was a great show. Had a lot of fun. We shared some opinions. I think it was pretty good. Blinken, thanks for trying to hold your own. You always do a great job flailing and punching and kicking and trying to hang on for dear life. You did a great job today doing that. Doug, you were more conversational today.
Yeah.
You're learning to assert yourself and slide your comments in, which is good. You got to keep pushing harder.
Getting used to everybody.
Leon, you did a pretty fine job. The slides look like shit, to be frank with you, but I think I think you have a better idea of how we need to make them look next week, right?
My plan is to do the job so bad you take it away from me.
That won't happen because I don't want to do it. So you're just going to have to figure out how to fix it, right? So we're going to have this ironed out by next Friday, so we have a cleaner looking experience, right? Oh, wait, next Friday's 4th of July, though.
Yeah, I won't be
Americans going to work during 4th of July?
Shut up. I didn't ask you that, all right? I didn't ask you.
I'm asking you, Americans. It's not a holiday for me. I don't care.
It should be. We protect your freedom.
Well, I'm actually going to be grabbing an army of Americans, and we're going to go take over. We're going to go take over Canada on the 4th of July.
Well,
we're going to take your independence.
Well, we're in an active trade war again out of nowhere. Apparently, read it on Twitter, so that's usually got to find whether the trade war's on or off. Right now, we're on. So
No, but in all honesty, we're not going to have a show on Friday. So what we'll do is, Leon, that gives you extra time to get this right, you know?
Weston says it work.
What?
Weston says it work.
Weston what? Oh, he'll work on the 4th. You want to do that with him, Leon?
We can make it work. We'll assemble some Canadians to defend.
Why don't you assemble some
borders?
other Canadians, some other 51st state members that would like to join?
Okay, I can think of a few.
Shaheen. Shaheen will be on, I'm sure.
Yeah, he could be.
Yeah,
currently your country's at war with his country, so yeah.
Find some wimpy Canadians to go live with, all right, buddy?
He's from Iran.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
who?
Shaheen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, why? What's the matter with that?
Well, he said that
they're currently bombing the shit.
Our countries are at war. They're not.
Shaheen is not like Shaheen. I don't think we're not at war with the Iranian people. We were getting rid of some nuclear weapons. We have nothing against, and our country has nothing against the the people of Iran.
No. See,
this is what people get mixed up, right? It's like this is never about the people of the country. It's about like the idiots that lead some of these countries. You know, that's what it is. It's a bunch of people at the top, like arguing and whatever. We have nothing against any of these people. I've never met an Iranian I don't like.
I only know one. His name's Shaheen. I don't dislike him.
But you know what I mean? Like we don't like. What is there to? I don't dislike Canadians. I'm just messing around. My dad was born there.
Yeah, you're like half Canadian. Is your mom half Canadian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you're
I'm
3/4 Canadian.
35% Canadian. My dad, when he did his that DNA thing you do, my dad is 100% French. 100%. There was nothing else in this guy.
Really?
Legit 100% French.
Okay.
100%. So I can't dislike Canadians. I say that for fun. There's really nobody, there's nobody that I dislike on this earth as a country.
You weren't brought up that way. You
No, but why should we? Why should we dislike the Iranian people? They're not the ones making those decisions.
Yeah, they didn't choose to be born there.
No.
But you've always preached that. You're not at all racist, so I don't worry about
that. I love people, man. I'm very biased. I cannot stand assholes. You know?
Yeah, you don't like assholes, you don't like bullies.
No.
Those are and arrogant people. I'd say you don't like.
Yeah. You nailed it, Leon. All right, you guys ready to wrap this show up?
Ready.
I enjoyed this. I don't know about you guys. I was ready to go this evening. I was ready to go. I hate Yankee fans, though. That is one thing. So as I think about it, yes, there is a group of people that I absolutely despise, and it's Yankees fans.
But there are some Yankee fans you don't mind.
Huh?
Like Kyle. You don't mind Kyle.
Oh, I like Kyle.
Yeah, you've learned to like some Yankee fans.
I like Benson Hurst.
Mm-hmm.
I like Kyle.
Benson Worst.
Well, sorry.
Hurst.
If you're a Yankees fan, reveal yourself in the comments, and I'll tell you whether or not I like you. But the average Yankee fan, no, I don't like you. Mets fans, yeah, I like you. I like you, except for Klein.
Good to know.
Troy, you're all right. Yeah, as a Yankee fan, you're all right. KC from Cleveland, I know you're a Yankee fan too. I like you. You're okay. Poppy Capsule, I like you. I don't like Klein. He's the only Mets fan I don't like.
How ironic.
Oh, Pip, I do like you. Yankees fan from Australia. Did I tell you guys the only Mets fan I don't like is Klein?
I didn't think I knew that.
Let's keep it that way. I don't need to be liked.
Oh, you just need to be respected.
That's right.
All right. With that, Leon, big fella, take us away.
Yeah, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you've done so already. Link to join Vault Club down below. For Doug, Klein, Leon, Pierre, right here.
See everybody.
Peace.
Peace.